Alrighty, so we're back in the fish room today, and today we're starting on the new fish room build. We've done a few things in the fish room. As you can see behind me, we've actually mapped out kind of where tanks and stands and sort of things are going. We've mapped out the walls, and in today's episode, I think we're going to be building the stands and the walls. I've got an experiment tank, as you can see behind here, that I've experiment drilled. This is all good, which I'm really happy about. We've got tanks coming later this week. We've also got behind a ton of wood. So you can see here, we've got all the wood that we're going to use for, I think, just the walls. There's so many things that can be done. There's another thing that needs to be done besides the walls. The floors have holes in them. So if we come over to this other room, you can see here, this is like a perfect example. So there's just these wood boards covering up the floor. Now, we're gonna fill these all in with concrete and gravel because otherwise I'll just fill up with water. We'll see what the trades want to do when they get here, but yeah, let's get to work. Go to the sink for her.
Nah, it's right. Cock it like you do a rifle. Shove the nail in. Fire it.
That was anticlimactic.
Gotta get you to harden up, eh?
Yeah. Drink some concrete.
Cement Gillespie's big cement. Oh, sorry. Oh, you just crawled. Staying in there now. Oh, you cut it both sides? Yeah. Okay. That'll work. Oh, did you get that on video?
Okay, so it's now been a week since we've started the fish room build, and we've done a lot. As you can see behind here, we've built out the walls, and we've built out the office, and we've built out the shop. We also just had the first batch of tanks being delivered. That was actually quite stressful. I think there's close to 100 tanks that have been delivered, and I've got to drill holes in every single one of them, and there's even more coming, which is absolutely insane. So everything's gone all right so far. We haven't built any stands yet. We're meant to start stands this week, and we really need to get onto that. Otherwise, we've got nowhere to put these tanks. The thing is, we couldn't start the stands last week because we didn't have any wood here in Brisbane to purchase to build these stands. So you can see all of these studs down here. I think that's what they're called. I'm not a builder, so I'm probably saying it wrong. But each one of these studs has gone up to about 15 bucks. And when I built the last room, I think they were at about $8. We weren't able to get any of these last week to build the stands. So that made things a little bit difficult, but this week we should be able to get some and it should be all good. You can see as well here, we've built the office. We've got a door here too. It's very, very dark. There's nothing really to see anyways. I'll show you guys this a bit later once we get the electrician to put some lights in, but we've got an office, so at least I can sit here and, you know, edit videos and do all that kind of stuff. I'm probably not going to be editing videos, but running the online shop and things like that, I needed a space like this for so long. So having an office is really, really good. And then you can see the shop behind me. So it's a little bit hard to see now because we've got all of these tanks behind me here. I think a lot of people are going to expect the shop to be a lot bigger than it is. This is not a big shop, and I'm not going to try and be, you know, some kind of big shop that supplies tanks and everything like that. That's not what I want to be. The goal of this is to be like a wholesale outlet, and we're going to have about, I think, 40 aquariums in here, which is still a lot. We put these windows in behind me because we want to keep this wall as bare as possible to try and make the space look as big as possible. So people, when they come and they go to the shop, they're not going to be able to go out back because we're going to be doing all kinds of work out back, and it's not going to be safe for people to be there. And while people are working, you don't want just, you know, customers walking around, and I think you guys could empathize with that. But at least people here will be able to see right into the back, see all of the aquariums, see what's going on through the windows. It'll also help us to see if there's customers in here. The windows also allow light through to the other room, and I think it's going to look really, really cool. I think we're also going to put a glass door in at some point. It's pretty exciting, actually. You can also see behind me here, we've got another lot of aquariums, so lots and lots of drilling to do. I'm probably going to start that this afternoon. I've got a bit of work to do at the other room, but I'll come back here and do some drilling, just get into it and try and figure out how long this is all going to take. It's probably going to take a long, long time. Other than that, we should have Dave and Quentin back here tomorrow, and they should be helping with the stands, and we'll just see what happens, but let's get into it again.
Do you ever wear hearing protection? Yeah, not wrong. Hey Dave, throw me the nails. Just... Mum feels like she makes a really good DNA, so maybe 5 or 6. You'd think it stays old, so she's got to be pretty old.
Freshly cut tomato on top.
Take off the shirt.
Everything's on camera.
What's wrong? I'm trying to wind this up.
Just move this shit and just flip it straight to there.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That was a bad mistake. Okay, I'll do that. Why not? Oh, it's all right. Back's anyway, mate.
You know what OnlyFans is?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Is that?
You should set one up.
Oh, who's gonna pay me doing that? Take off the shirt.
I told you, there's a niche for everything. It's too good.
Not bad for a plaster, eh? Want to go with this?
What is that?
I just gotta make that.
Yeah.
No, you got to push it.
Which one? Oh, yes.
Pull the trigger.
Oh, yeah. I'm not strong enough.
You're not
I can't help it. I can't help it.
when we get a flat one, we'll do it for you.
Okay. Okay.
like to know what you're going to do when I come in an internet sensation.
Hell's in here.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
I'll be an internet sensation, eh?
I think so. I don't know. We'll see.
That's it.
$90.
90.
Hang on. $6.95, Dave.
At least you've got to do some music in the background, not none of that pussy shit.
It's funny watching you get pissed off. This is the best time to record you, Dave. Get you abusing Quentin on camera finally.
If that's got to come off, all these have got to come off.
No.
No, film is f***ing up. When it's not firing, that other one did. He's more.
What about your wife?
Why would that go all of a sudden?
Yeah, say something, Dave.
Did it. That's it, folks.
Give us a trivia fact.
Off. They're the small tanks. This is the big tank.
Only one small one.
Hope that's not f***ing filming.
That's why you pissed.
Well, I know we had it on stills, but I'm just doing things f***ing twice again.
Go down here. Then you stack these.
Right, so before this video ends, I just wanted to show you guys what we've done. So we've started building most of the stands and I've done like 80% of them. You can see them all here behind me. They've all got to be plumbed up and we've also got to put all the tanks in and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of work to do. But we've built most of the stands. I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of like the basic design in case you want to do this at home, because with the price of materials increasing and things like that, this is probably the best way to do this at the moment. These stands are going to last easily 10 years, probably heaps more. And I think wood gets a bit of a bad rap in the aquarium industry for building stands. I know that like a lot of other people would recommend building them out of steel, and There's a few benefits to using steel, but mostly it's just expensive and it ends up rusting in the same time frame as these do. Even if you use stainless steel, sometimes those things just end up warping. And in my opinion, I'm obviously not a genius, but these have the exact same benefits for a cheaper cost and an easier construction than those metal stands, and they look better. Like, they just look more natural. This is just my opinion though. So we've built these stands, we've filled the floors, we've built the walls, which is really cool. We've also had a few tanks delivered, but those are kind of just getting in the way at this point. So we've only had about like 30% of the tanks delivered. So we've still got like lots of plumbing to do, lots of tanks to drill. That's been a massive nightmare because we've got to drill like 270 different tanks. I've cracked 3 already, so that's a little bit annoying. So here's the basic design. You can see what we have is some uprights. You would have seen in the video exactly how we constructed them. We kind of laid these parts down on the floor, nailed them in, and then put them back up and then linked them together. It's just a big cross beam. We're putting a bolt in each of these cross beams here just to help support this big long beam and stop it from bending and all that kind of stuff. Then we have these horizontals going across, which also help to support on our bigger stands. So this one's only going to fit 1 4-footer, but on the big ones where we have 2 4-footers, we've got another beam here just to help support them. A lot of people don't know this, but in an aquarium, it puts all this pressure on its edges. So the middle of the 4-foot tank doesn't really have any pressure on it, and you can leave this part empty. That's not my information. I learned that from Aquarium Co-op ages ago. It's a really, really simple design. We've also got a little bit of space underneath here, and this is so that we can clean. And something I did wrong in the last fish room was I just left this wood on the floor. Now, if you leave your wood on the floor, something you're gonna have an issue with is rotting. This wood is treated. You can see that blue color, so it's got like a treatment in it that's going to stop it from pretty much rotting or getting eaten by white ants. But the problem is, if it's consistently exposed to water, it's just going to swell and then it ends up rotting anyways. So what we're going to do is put these up on bricks, and that way they're not going to be touching the floor and constantly getting wet. We've also got some angles here that we've been putting on the stands as well, just to help support them and keep them from rocking. And we're going to link them all up as well, so that they can't like tip and fall over. You'll see that later on. A very, very simple design and very cost effective. I guess we'll probably wrap the video up here. So thank you so much for watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if you liked Dave and Quentin. And if you did, I'll put them in the next video heaps more because I found them super funny. And I've known them for quite a while, but they're super funny guys and I absolutely loved doing this with them. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
That's it, folks.